was surrendered on May 22nd, 2022. She came in extremely overweight and out of breath. She collapsed on the ground next to her previous owner's vehicle upon arriving. Staff put a harness and life support on her and helped her inside. Before Honeybun arrived at CAHS, she had a history of being mistreated. She was severely obese, she had an ear infection, a skin infection, urine scald, and she had previously been hit by a car and broke her leg. Her previous owners did not take her to the vet, so her leg healed incorrectly.
During Honeybun's intake exam, a lot of our initial fears were proven to be correct. She had pretty severe skin infection and urine scald on the back end from sitting in her urine because she was unable to get up and move when she was urinating. She had really severe ear infections, so severe that her ear canals actually started to close up with scar tissue, and she was starting to go deaf due to this. Honeybun was also severely overweight. She had a mobility issue and arthritis due to the fact that she was so overweight. It was very evident watching her walk around, and was confirmed in her incoming exam that due to the extreme amount of weight that she had carrying around, she was having a really hard time walking, and it was causing her quite a bit of pain. The initial care plan for Honeybun was to drop a bunch of the weight that she had. We have to do this carefully when animals are severely overweight. If they lose weight too quickly, that can also be really dangerous for them. She was put on a light exercise plan and a special diet to help her lose weight safely. Honeybun was also started on antibiotics to help with her skin infection and to help with her ear infection. The initial complaint when Honeybun was surrendered to us was the fact that she was urinating and didn't seem to be able to control when she was going to the bathroom. With this, we immediately tested for a urinary tract infection. This is a common symptom for animals that do have urinary tract infections. And once the results came back, it was very evident that Honeybun did have a UTI. We were already treating her with oral antibiotics for her skin infection, so we continued those antibiotics to help with the urinary tract infection as well. Due to the fact that Honeybun's skin was in such poor condition, we did do medicated baths for her while she was at the shelter, and then once she went into a foster home, her foster continued to do those medicated baths. It seemed to help quite a bit with the urine scald that she was experiencing, and she actually started to whiten up on the back end and lose that yellow tint that she had. When we brought Honeybun to Conway Vet Hospital, we did x-rays for her, and that's when we found that she had a rather large bladder stone. Our initial treatment plan was to put her on a special diet that can break down the urinary stone over time. This was the safest option for her because she was overweight and she was a senior, so she was high risk for surgery. Unfortunately, after not being able to get our hands on this special diet, we did end up having to go with the option of surgery for her. So Honeybun was scheduled to have her urinary stone removed at Conway Vet Hospital.
My name is Brianna Boisel. I run Over the Hill Senior Dog Sanctuary, where we house senior and special needs dogs from all over the country. Most of our dogs are retired sled dogs who need a place to go when they are done running, and we also have some failed adoption dogs and some special need dogs. So last year when I was on vacation, I asked the Conway Humane Society if they needed any help, and the vet was coming the next day, so I went in to volunteer, and that's where I met Honeybun. So when I brought Honeybun home, we knew that she had a UTI, but after being on medications and just the constant being in the house, we realized that Honeybun, wasn't just a simple UTI. The surgery went really well. They did find something that looked like a cancerous mass in her bladder, so that was really nerve-wracking, but luckily that came back clean. And then Honeybun started vomiting after her surgery. She wasn't really recovering well, and she was losing weight much more rapidly than she had been. And really at that point, we didn't really want her to lose any more weight. She was at a pretty good weight. When Honeybun first came to the shelter in May, she weighed probably a little over 80 pounds. When Honeybun was adopted in December, she weighed 55 pounds. Yeah, so she lost almost 30 pounds in the 6 months that she was at the shelter.
Honeybun was adopted on December 9th, 2022 at 9 years old, weighing a much healthier 55 pounds.
Come on, let's go. Come on. Yo. 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 You're gonna go home. Come on, Cleo.